All right, we are going to do segment where we go through the divisions. We're going to talk about these teams, and it's about best in division, surprise in the division, and stock down in the division. So everybody's gonna get that. You know, you'll have yours, I'll have mine. I think we'll probably be simpatico in a lot of these, and we'll see how we go with that. Let's start off with the NFC North.
All right, the
So we
Chicago
have
Bears
Chicago Bears, we have the Detroit Lions, we have the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings.
and the
So
Vikings. That's a fun division.
it is. So I will give you first dibs, Six. Who is best in division to you right now?
Best in the division. I mean, you have to go to Lions, right? What they've been doing the past couple of years, them getting to the NFC Championship last year, just the way the team is structured, they're fun. A lot of people you can root for on the team. Jared Goff with the bounce back. Jameer Gibbs, the young running back who could possibly be a phenom this year. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a wide receiver I feel like everybody loves because he made it off his work ethic, not
Got
just
paid. He's
flash.
the first one to get paid.
Got paid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, got a crazy coach, biting people's kneecaps. And that speech that we made fun of a couple of years clearly worked.
Absolutely.
Brought that team up.
Supreme motivator.
Yeah.
He's a Tim Walls of the NFL.
So, I mean, it's just a great division. Then you got Caleb Williams, the phenom at USC. Everyone's waiting to see what he's going to do. Just off the preseason, he looks phenomenal. He looks like he's going to step into that quarterback role and have that team ready to rock, ready to roll. Might already be the best quarterback Chicago's ever had.
Facts.
Hasn't even played a game yet.
Rex Grossman's not the best.
Sexy Rexy was my guy, but I don't think he's Caleb Williams. And then who else? We got the Green Bay Packers, baby. First Brett Favre. They transitioned from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and now they got the new guy in the house, Jordan Love. And his coming out parties, I mean, apologize, but he threw his coming out party on your team last year to Dallas. So I think people are super excited to see what he does. That receiving trio is going to be fire. Not so sure how the running back's going to do, but I think they're going to throw the ball a lot in Green Bay. And I'm definitely excited to see what they do. And, I mean, the Vikings were in that conversation because J.J. McCarthy was looking pretty good in the preseason. Sadly, he got hurt. But they got the number one receiver by pay in the league right now, Justin Jefferson. I know he's going to still cook. So I'm ready to see what that team does, even though I think they're probably going to take a step back without the quarterback. But this is not going to be an easy division. Okay. I definitely got the Lions taking it.
So you got the Lions best in division, right?
Best in division.
So who is your surprise team in that division this year?
It's a surprise, but it's not a surprise. It got to be the Bears. They finally have a quarterback. They built a good team around the quarterback before he even got there. I don't know about surprise because I still really don't even have them going 9 to 10 wins and hopefully sneaking onto a wild card. But I mean, from the way the Bears have been these past few years, man, like for them to come up and even get 10 wins, I think they're going to be the surprise of the division.
Okay, and who is your stock down in the division?
Gotta go with the Vikings. They lost their QB. I think they would have battled it out with the Green Bay. I think Green Bay, as much as I love Jordan Love, I'm not sure how that defense is going to shake out, and I don't think they have a very strong running game. So I do think they would have battled it out with Green Bay for third in the division while looking good doing it. But with them losing their quarterback, I think, they're going to have a couple good games, but I don't think they have anything to really be excited about outside of watching Justin Jefferson just dominate week in and week out.
Okay, I like those. I think we're going to be in line with most of that. I think best in division, obviously, you have to go to Detroit. I think the fact that they locked up Amon-Ra St. Brown was a big thing for them. It's really, really important to make sure that they have that in place. My man Jamie Lee Curtis is doing his thing. He's revamped his career at the quarterback position, and who would have thought 3 years ago when they made that trade, that he would be here, right? That he would actually be in a situation where he's one of the best quarterbacks in football.
Yep.
Right. So just having that alone, I think the momentum that they had last year, how their season ended last year in the playoffs, they played very well. But, they were very close to beating the 49ers in the playoffs and came up short. So that gives them a lot of confidence going into this season, realizing that they could be one of the best teams in football, not just the NFC, but in the entire league because of how they went neck and neck with the San Francisco 49ers in the playoffs. Surprise for me, I'm not gonna go Bears yet. The reason why I say that is because yes, they've made some changes. They've had some they've put some guys on the outside. They've given Caleb Williams some weapons, but I still think that they're a year away from being decent, maybe even 2. Then they're gonna struggle a little bit, and that's okay. It's a part of the game. I think the surprise, you have to put Green Bay. I think Green Bay had a decent season last year. Nobody really expected it, but I think it's going to be more of a surprise to people this season to see the leap that they take, being a team that, had to fight every week to the end of the season to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
To them being an actual surefire playoff team this year and having a guy that might be in the running for MVP. He's that good.
He put it together at the end of the year.
For a kid to struggle that much to start the season and to figure it out the way he figured it out mid-season and to really excel, that just tells you that this guy has the factor, the X factor to be good. I always look at those trends for young quarterbacks. What is your year 1 to year 2 jump? How are you reading defenses as the weeks go on? Are you progressing as the season goes on? Are you getting better or are you getting worse? This is what I'm seeing with him, and his trajectory is right on point with guys that are the upper echelon in the league. So he's on his way to being one of the best quarterbacks in football. So I think that they're my surprise team. Just saying that, okay, yeah, we kind of crept into the playoffs last year, shocked Dallas. But I think now it's gonna be like,
let's show you who you really are.
Surprise! Like you didn't think that we was gonna be here. We here now. You know what I mean? Obviously, stock down. It has to be Minnesota, just because you lose J.J. McCarthy, you lose your quarterback. Sam Darnold is now the guy de facto. Who knows? He could have a good season.
The best supporting cast he's ever had.
Exactly. So. He has weapons. He's a good coach over it. He might be able to take a step, but I just think that there's so many things against them, especially for them to be able to even compete in their own division against those teams that they have to go against is going to be tough. Even a team like Chicago is going to give them fits in regards to that matchup. Their defense is not as good. Jordan Addison is there on offense. You have Jefferson. They have weapons over there, but at the same time, it's just not having that surefire thing. We're not even saying that J.J. McCarthy was going to be a home run, but he
gave them hope.
He was pegged to be the guy to be able to kind of stabilize the ship. Can Sam Darnold be that guy? He never was that guy at USC, and he wasn't that guy in the NFL so far in his career. Can he find it? He might be able to, but there's too many question marks with this team to say that they have any type of stock up with me. So they're definitely stocked down. Are we gonna talk about records? You want to make an estimation, guesstimation?
It's records. So
if you got the Lions winning the division, what's their record? Do they go 13-4?
That's what I'm thinking. I think that sounds, for the type of team they are.
Yeah.
4 games, like that's right in the ballpark of them losing.
Right.
Like they'll catch themselves slipping every couple of weeks. I feel like they're going to be a very streaky team. 3-1, 4-1. Like they're going to catch losses when they got to go play an early Thursday night game after playing a Sunday night game. Right. Like I don't think they're just going to beat them on a 1 o'clock on a Sunday. You're gonna have to catch them slipping. And does that happen throughout the course of the season? I think that's how they lose their games. So I definitely think they're a 13-4 team.
So 13-4 for the Lions. What about the Packers?
See, the Packers, I want to believe they can get to 11, 12 wins, just because I love the receiving core and there's such a passing league. But honestly, 9-10 wins is really where I see them being, because I don't really trust their defense. And like I said, I think they're going to be one-dimensional. I'm not so sure about their running game.
Right.
Losing Aaron Jones, that guy was a key piece.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the running back they got to replace him is going to be as dynamic.
Bears.
Yeah. The Bears, man, just let's be realistic. 'Cause even I said 10 wins earlier, but realistically, A 8-9 season or 9-8 season is a good place for them to be.
Good start.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
You want to know that your quarterback has command of the team. You want to know he has good repertoire with his weapons. Going out and asking a rookie to win NFL games for a team that has been historically bad, I think that's going to be a lot on his plate.
Right.
I just want to see him play well and control the team well by the end of the year. The wins will come, but there's going to be a lot of growing pains this year, and I think that'll be better for him for his career.
And the Vikings.
Oof. Well, for the Lions to lose 4 games is them slipping. I think for the Vikings to win 4 games, it'll. I think that's more their ballpark.
Yeah, I agree. I got the Lions winning anywhere between 11 to 12 games. Whether they go 11-6, 12-5 is going to be enough to win a division. Green Bay, I think anywhere between 10 and 11, 9, 10 or 11, they're going to be in there in the race. Chicago, I agree with you in regards to it's not really about the wins and losses this year. It's more about getting Caleb Williams comfortable, commanding that team, getting the trust of his teammates, understanding that he has the, learning how to be a pro. That's very important for young quarterbacks that are just thrown into the fire. And for the Vikings, Burger King is hiring for them.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, if you get 5 wins, just thank the football gods.
Yeah, seriously.
If you get 5, right?
Yeah.
Because you can be able to still get yourself a high draft pick. Now you can figure out, okay, is JJ our guy? Do we have to draft him somebody else? Now you're in a position where you can be able to have some leverage and wiggle room and maybe make some trades and kind of boost your team. So, don't worry about no wins either. Yeah. Vikings fans out there, don't worry about the woo. You ain't going to hear that a lot this year. You ain't going to hear that horn this year. It's not going to happen.